Okay, you guys, yes. I am a mother of 7 kids. 7 kids. I had my first child at 14 years old. Yes, I had my first child at 14 years old. I do not regret it. He is well, healthy, and he's 19 right now. God, praise God. Yes, you guys, I have 7 kids, 7 different baby daddies. Yeah, 7 different baby daddies. I heard it. You heard it right here. 7 different baby daddies, 7 kids. Had my first child at age 14. Yes, and I do receive 3K, 3,000 in EBT food stamps. Yes, yes. We are so happy. We are so blessed. We are very thankful. Yes, we are happy where we're at in life right now. We are happy. Yes, we are happy. Yes. Like I said, it's gonna be haters, people gonna be jealous and all that. Y'all can keep y'all little comments, but at the end of the day, my kids are taken care of. That all that matters, okay? That's it. That's all that matters. We ain't worried about y'all. Peace.
Do you know that if you really think about it, we're the fathers and the mothers of those children because we ultimately are the ones that's taking care of them? Does that bother you at all? Because it's easy to say, well, this is just one person, or, I'm sure that there's people in the comments that's like, yo, get your bag, sis, and all of that stuff. Because, we love to just champion the things that's not best for us. But does that bother you as a taxpayer to know that people spend a lifetime taking advantage of your money, and then we don't even do nothing as a country or as a legislation to cut off the spigot to make sure that certain people are not leveraging a system which then incentivize them to continue to have children out of wedlock and get $3,000 a month? You can't even breathe. If you sneeze wrong and you miss 2 days at work because your chest is hurting, you might get put out on the street because most people are living paycheck to paycheck. If you breathe wrong and you say something that's out of pocket, you might get laid off because you're not a cultural fit, and then you got to go and move back in with your parents. But you got this woman literally don't care about doing her hair, sitting there in a nightgown. I'm sure that there's plenty of guys that have no problem with populating the earth by making sure that they lay down with her. And she didn't even just have 7 children. She threw she threw salt in the wounds by saying that she had 7 kids by 7 different guys. And guess what? Based off of her track record, doesn't look like anything is going to change. Because why should she be incentivized to go and get a job or work like a regular person, like everybody else? But we'll spend all of our energy and all of our time trying to take more money from the people that have already been productive in society, and it's putting more into the pot than anybody else. We'll spend all of our time making sure that we tax and raise taxes and no new taxes, and let's give more incentive to people to have children out of wedlock and all of that stuff. And so the thing that's meant to get you on your feet ultimately has no bearing as far as responsibility of making sure that you don't do something out of pocket again, but they'll give you a lifetime worth of benefits. Now, I personally know, coming from Detroit and in the hood, that there was plenty of people that was willing to sell they EBT benefits for cash. So they wouldn't even be using the money for food. They wouldn't be using it for its intended purpose. They would be using it to make sure that they can get half off, and then they'll basically, you know what I'm saying, finesse the system. And so you can get it for half, or 67 cents on the dollar. So for 3,000 in her case, which obviously they upped it way more than what it used to be. I don't know. I mean, y'all done had so many kids it don't really make sense. I guess if you adjust for inflation, then it's all the same anyway. But you could basically get it for the price of the brick on the low, and they would sell it, and they'll give you $2,000 for 3,000 in food stamps. Back then, it was probably more like 200 for $300 in food stamps. So then you'd be seeing these randos using EBT cards inside of the grocery store and stuff like that, and they're using it to get the money. And then we know that some people that got the money They was using it for crazy stuff. A lot of times they was using it for the worst things in society, buying drugs and all of that stuff. And so it's hard for me to start to feel sympathy for people. And y'all always want to say, well, no, what about the kids? Well, what about the people that are leveraging the kids in order to take advantage of the system? And then they'll basically throw it in your face, and you the person that's helping to fund her lifestyle. And it's not just her. She's just a example of a much larger problem. It's a whole lot of hers. It's millions of hers. And as she's sitting there with the peace sign like this in front of you, laughing, getting free health care, getting food stamps, getting taken care of by Uncle Joe and the federal government, and laughing in your face and saying, don't worry about me. My kids is taken care of by who? By who? Who is the person that's taking care of all of these people? I'm just curious, who's the person that's funding this? Who is the person that's making sure that everybody is down? Is you. Is you. And then your legislators, they see it happening, but the reason that they don't want to do nothing about it is because they don't want any backlash that come along with it in order to get out of office. So your legislators is not going to do the thing that's in your best interest. You're not going to advocate against it because it's not popular to do. They always want to cloak it under the guise of making sure that you take care of the kids. Or what about the kids? Or what are kids? Listen, it's not the kids' fault. Well, the word says that the kids are the ones that's going to pay for the sins of their fathers. So we already know that not only are they not being raised in a great household because it's 7 different baby fathers, and it's literally, virtually impossible. Impossible. Listen, it's not just even the EBT. I would bet money. It's a strong possibility, but I would definitely bet money that not only are they getting set $3,000 in free food stamps that they probably finessing, but that they also got Section 8 housing, and so their whole lifestyle and everything that they do is being funded. Absolutely, and I see them running around every single day. And you guys are going to continue to fund their lifestyle. They never going to pare it back. They never going to give you any money back as far as taxes. And then we're going to sit here and we're going to blame the system. We're going to blame the rich. We're going to blame the middle class. We're going to blame inflation. We're going to blame all of these things. There's some responsibility on our part with all of that stuff. But in the end, it's the ones that take advantage of you, the taxpayers, the most. And we hold a lot of people accountable, but we don't hold any of these people accountable. But we frame it in the whole guise under socialism, or hey, you got to take care of people, or we got to provide for other people and stuff, man. It's all nonsense. It's bull crap and it's nonsense. And they feel so confident about it that they throw it up in your face. And there's too many insults to injury in society today for us to just continue to let this ride. It's not cool. It's not kosher. It doesn't make sense. We are stupid and we are operating out of ignorance, and that we don't want to pay attention to it and educate ourselves about the true issues that's happening in society. And it's unfortunate. It really is unfortunate, but I can't wait to hear what y'all got to say in the comments. Make sure you get that Teach Henley 40% off your first order plus 20% off life. That link is in the description. Also, on top of that, I would love for you guys to make sure that you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to holler at y'all later. This is very, very much of a disgrace, man.